500 channels and there's nothing on might have been a tagline for today's movie. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner gore geek. I'm Mike Bracken, aka the Horror Geek, and today we're tackling Wes Craven's attempt to recreate the magic of A Nightmare on Elm Street in Shocker. Released in 1989, Craven made this one because he wanted to launch a new franchise after being disappointed by the Elm Street sequels. As such, Shocker feels a lot like a reimagined Elm Street, but serial killer Horace Pinker is no Freddy Krueger. Ideas for a series of Shocker films never panned out, but this one is fun, even if it has plenty of issues. But enough about that. Can Shocker kill enough TV addicts to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's get to the gore and find out. Oh, and before we get started, today's video is sponsored by patrons Monica Presley, Duke Richards, and John Hoff. If you'd like to help sponsor some videos and free me from the shackles of YouTube's tyranny, you'll find a link to my Patreon in the pinned comment and description below. And now, let's get bloody. We fade in on some feet. This was clearly for Quentin Tarantino's enjoyment. And hey, a fancy title card for a change. Way to go, Wes! This is a live look at me trying to swap RAM sticks in my PC. Starring Peter Berg. Many of you will remember him from Chicago Hope, but I always remember him from the terrifying UFO alien abduction flick, Fire in the Sky. Hey, Mitch Pileggi, you may remember him as A.D. Skinner. Skinner? No, not that Skinner, the one on the X-Files. Hey, Law & Order vet Richard Brooks is in this. Fun fact, Brooks was also in The Hidden, which could be part of a double feature with Shocker. And Ted Raimi. I know some of you will say the lesser Raimi, but hey, I'll take Ted. What the hell? Dr. Timothy Leary? This movie's definitely dropping some acid. Oh, and Kane Roberts played guitar for Alice Cooper. So, if you're thinking, man, this footage in a grimy repair shop looks a lot like the opening footage for Freddy in the boiler room making his glove in A Nightmare on Elm Street, you're not wrong. Craven was reportedly pissed about the quality of the Elm Street sequels and envisioned Shocker as a series that would allow him to finish what he started in that franchise with a new character that wouldn't get him sued. Pretty sure that's your Heather Langenkamp cameo. Written and directed by Wes Craven. I think the last time we saw Wes was The Hills Have Eyes. Hey, flip it, Springer's on! So, fun fact, the counter girl is Craven's daughter. Hey, it's time for football practice. No, for real. Riggins breaks into the secondary and has room to run. And now he's gonna have to head to the blue tent for concussion protocol. Look, son, I need to know if you're hurt or you're injured. There's a difference. Ted Raimi nerding it up. I bet he's the team manager. Yeah, just sloppy tackling everywhere. They're gonna have to tighten up the D if they're gonna go anywhere in the playoffs. Thank God there's one more defender to stop him. Oh, hey, it's Richard Brooks. Richard Brooks as a high school kid is less believable than a serial killer who can possess people and travel through TV. Man, even the tables are chop-blocking this dude. House establishing shot. And TV repair truck establishing shot. Might be the first one ever. Looks like they might need a medic more than a TV repairman. Just saying. Upstairs, it's worse. I came here to kill and fix TVs, and you're all out of broken TVs. Then he does his best Crocodile Dundee. Ah, this is a knife. Oh man, check out these 1989 visual effects. But it's all just football practice. You know, the kind we have on this show a lot. Uh-oh, looks like that dream might have been real. How very Elm Street. And the news is not good.
They're all gone. I tried to tell you, there's nothing you can do here.
Oh, John Tesh cameo. I sure hope we don't have to listen to any of his crappy music. But let's look on the bright side. They're showing an Alice Cooper concert at this bar. Hey, Jonathan, are you old enough to drink? Yeah. Great, you're buying. These two look like they're about to have a heart-to-heart, like that old Robert Wagner and Stephanie Powers show. Do you kids even remember Heart-to-Heart? Christ, I'm old. Now it's crazy talk time.
No, I dreamt of it the night it happened, before you called me.
Look at his stepdad. He's like, are you high, boy? Because I'm a cop, and I'll run you down to the station if you are.
Bobby was killed in the living room.
Dude, you're gonna be a suspect if you keep this up.
I can smell the blood.
Oh yeah, you just shot to the top of the suspect list. Anyway, they head down to Pinker's place. Hey, Horace, got a busted Sony Trinitron that needs fixing. My favorite part of this movie is that TV repairman was a viable career in the 80s. Now you buy a 65-inch TV, and when it breaks in 2 years, you toss it in the trash and buy a new one, because that's cheaper than fixing anything. Place looks empty, but hold up, because we've got a jump scare. Great, now we're ripping off The Shining's blood out of the elevator scene. And more foot cam. And Horace is not done killing. Who's ready for early retirement? Dawn? His throat is slit. I'm pretty sure he has no pulse. Oh, sweet man cave. Outside, we've got more dead cops. This guy's kind of big for a hood ornament. I love this guy's death face. Way to ham it up, man. Kind of looks like Mark Summers from Double Dare, if he failed the physical challenge. Anyway, let's check in on Horace. Guess he told housekeeping to take the week off. Oh yeah, just a fantastic police sketch of the killer. Maybe they can put out an APB on Mr. Clean. Judging by these grunts, Jonathan might need a laxative. And before he heads off to class, he's got a gift for the little lady. Oh, you shouldn't have. No, really, this thing is hideous. Ah yeah, the K Jeweler Special. Wait a minute, did he get this old caddy from Mr. Miyagi? Back inside, it looks like his lady is doing some blowing.
Hell yeah.
No, not like that, you pervs, with this blow dryer. She's drying her hair. Oh, stop, you're gonna flood it. Back inside, I think Claudio Fragasso might be behind her. I mean, it is pretty foggy in there. Holy Christ, look at the size of that TV remote. You could literally beat an intruder to death with that thing and still change the channel. And too bad she put it down, because there is an intruder here. But first, it's time for more football practice. For real, again. This might be a record for real football practices in one of my videos. Uh-oh, coach wants them. I got some bad news, son. You ran that route wrong on the last play. Oh, and your girlfriend is dead. But really, work on the route running. When he gets home, the place is crawling with cops. Man, doesn't this seem a bit excessive? I had half a joint in the bedroom. Aw, he got a birthday greeting. Well, the bad news is my girlfriend is dead. But the good news is I can probably return that necklace and get my money back. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Then Dad shows up. Son, you're contaminating my crime scene. Church establishing shot. Wait, did we just swap over to Phantasm? Looks like they got the open box discount on the coffin. I mean, you wouldn't catch me dead in that thing. See, he's totally gonna take the necklace and return it. You know, I saw an ad for burial plots once. I thought, that's the last thing I need. And since she's in the coffin, I guess we can finally say that she's not an outside-the-box thinker. But enough sadness. Are you ready for some football? Holy blue filter mid-afternoon. Am I supposed to believe there's a citywide manhunt for this guy and he's just running around killing people anyway and that this kid found him before the cops? Oh wait, he's having a bad dream. And then they head off to find Horace from the dream. Nice park job. Must be a donut sale going on in there judging by all the po-po. And the cops do find their man. No donuts though.
You bastard.
Oh, cut. Is Linda Day George here? Show him how it's done, please. Bastard! Bastard! Horace flees, and I'm pretty sure this is an OSHA violation. Uh-oh, time for some parkour. By God, he nailed him with the drop kick. Just another impeccable Jim Ross. I mean, I don't think it can get any better. Man, this Falls Count Anywhere match is intense. Now he's dropping the people's elbow. But here come the police, and I don't mean Sting. And now it's time for the execution. Sweet, we got front row seats. I will say that Horace's performance here is pretty electrifying. I mean, he's looking very charged up. But before he can get to his big date with old Sparky, it's time for some romance. You know, Horace, I've always wanted to make out with you. Oh yeah, looks like this dude got lippy with Horace. Then he bites off the other cop's fingers.
Finger licking good.
Hey, that's my line. Also, Craven had to trim the finger biting scene. He said they had to resubmit Shocker to the MPAA 13 times to finally get an R rating. This was one of the gore gags they had to cut. The MPAA. God, those guys suck. Man, the Dudley boys are putting the boots to him now. They're cops. Maybe they're more the big boss man. And he's clearly not a fan of the clergy.
Would you like to pray with me, my son?
I'm no son of yours. Go pray with your choir boys, you little terrorist!
But before we get to the main event, it's time for some exposition.
I used to beat you good, boy. I was beating you good when your mama tried to stop me with a gun.
So, guess that means Jonathan the orphan here is Horace's kid. That's convenient. And he has maybe the greatest last line in capital punishment history.
What are you waiting for, dickhead? You want to fry me? Then do it, you fucking insect!
But now it's time to ride the lightning. But he's not dead. And I guess the doc wasn't grounded. That's pretty shocking. And now our killer is gone. So, Dad, about all that shit he said. Not now, son. And surprise! Look at the bright side. This will save them the cremation costs. But guess what? While Horace's body might be kaput, his soul is still here. And is now in the doctor. I mean, this lady's a real backseat driver. They crash and burn, literally, and hey, how did Richard Brooks and Ted Raimi get here? Were they on the waiting list for seats to the execution or what? Back at home, man, I really gotta hit the gym. My pecs are non-existent. Oh, hey, there's a dead chick in my shower and I'm newly single. What are the odds? Oh God, she's giving him the necklace back. This is gonna be Chekhov's necklace, isn't it? Oh, sweet, he's got a holographic waterbed. But it's just more football practice. He's like, I really need to call the campus housing people about the dead chicks in my bathtub. This is getting ridiculous. Oh, but here's the necklace. He brought it back from the dream. Just like A Nightmare on Elm Street. Well, shit. My girlfriend's dead and I can't afford the rent on this place alone. Gonna live in my caddy down by the river. Oh, great. Before he gets down there, he's got a cop at the door trying to collect for the PBA. But hold the phone.
A story. My cop that survived the car wreck yesterday, well, he's disappeared from the hospital. I wondered if you knew anything about it.
It's Horace. Oh yeah, he looks great. And he's definitely not taking no for an answer on the PBA donation. Jesus, this guy shoots like a stormtrooper. Well, okay, maybe slightly better than a stormtrooper. Either Horace here is having a heart attack or it's acid reflux from the Mexican at lunch. Guess he got over it. The good news is there's a better body here for the taking. This is Craven's son, Jonathan. Man, this really feels like The Hidden right now. Anyway, Jonathan's busy checking out his injury. 'Tis but a flesh wound. Now Horace is all set to be a little girl. Okay, this kid might be the best actor in this movie. Oh yeah, this kid is definitely the best.
Come on, you fucker, move!
Man, this park is full of dead people. And now he's getting run down. Hey, that's totally a woman in a wig. And here comes Karen. Best actor in the movie.
You'll rip your lungs out, you son of a bitch.
But here comes Chekhov's necklace. Special effects. Either Horace is in mom or she's having a seizure. But he's on the move again, right into one of the village people. Oh no, there goes the necklace. Now he'll never be able to return it for a refund. But before this guy can finish the deed, he gets a heaping helping of Pimpfoot. Okay, second best actor is the coach.
Are you saying that Pinker is alive somehow, and he just jumps in and out of people like a goddamn clap or something?
Back at the lake, maybe this is like Excalibur, and the Lady of the Lake will raise the pickaxe with the necklace. Anyway, now Jonathan and Richard Brooks are having a heart-to-heart. Like that Kenny Loggins song.
Coach isn't coming. He's out laughing it up with Pac-Man somewhere right now.
No way Coach will jerk you around.
Hell yeah.
No, he meant jerking him around by not showing up. Yeah, I'm sure you'll find it in a lake in the dark. With that idea dead end, he heads back home. Hey, Coach, are you taking a bath in my tub? Again? Well, at least someone left him a note. Oh, hey, Jonathan. Mind scrubbing my back? And now a Donnybrook has broken out. Looks like Jonathan is throwing shade at Coach. Lampshade. Now he's giving him some sweet chin music. Yeah, looks like he's about to take a swing at solving this problem once and for all. Oh, look, Ted Raimi dropped in. But before Pinker can finish him like this is Mortal Kombat, we've got a swerve. Ghost girlfriend! Coach, why are you stabbing yourself? Great, now we've got a lo-fi showdown. Someone needs to adjust the tracking on Horace. Oh no, she's blasting him with her heart light. Just like that crappy Neil Diamond song.
Turn on your heart light in the middle of a young boy's dream.
Oh, look, Horace is growing his fingers. That will be super useful for getting those really hard to reach boogers. Not gonna lie, this movie is so long I'd stick my fingers in a socket just to be done. Ah yeah, here's the problem. You got a Horace Pinker in your wiring. Gonna have to gut this whole place. New fuse box, whole nine. Little late, Dad. Hey, son, did you know there's a dead guy in your bedroom? Yes, Dad. Wait, there are 2 dead bodies. My guess is he's just gonna do the Dave Chappelle. Just sprinkle some crack on him. And his day just got worse, which is impressive since he got shot earlier.
You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent.
Hey, is Dad possessed now? But he's saved by Richard Brooks. I don't think he's gonna outrun a car. But now they're on foot, and since Horace limps, I like Jonathan's chances. And now we're even gonna do a scene on the roof. Just like The Hidden. Yeah, climbing this tower like he's Charles Whitman. I look forward to reading the comments on that joke. Yeah, I don't know. This isn't as cool as McLeod and the Kurgan fighting on the sign in Highlander. Yeah, this is like an ECW match. Just like when New Jack threw Vic Grimes off that scaffold. Too bad for Horace that he's picked the worst possible time to come down with acid reflux. And it looks like someone's good at dishing it out. And now it's like that Wilson Phillips song as he tries to hold on. Oh, and it's gonna get worse.
I'm nationwide now.
So he's syndicated, or is he going network? And there he goes. It's a good thing Jonathan is here to lend a hand. Anyway, Jonathan gets arrested for the murders, but released when more murders happen. And now he's out here getting the guys ready for the big game. You know Coach would have wanted us to go out there and kick Tri-Valley's ass. Do it for him and Ted Raimi. But before that, they're gonna break in here and steal some electricity or something. Okay, Bob, make sure you get Raggedy Ann in the shot. Back at the power station, Chubbs doesn't want to break in, but Richard Brooks is gonna make him do it.
Picket.
That's a felony.
No, that's a log. Picket.
I'm guessing Brooks is pre-law. This is how he ended up working as assistant DA to Ben Stone on Law & Order. Whoa, blue filter and fog machine abuse. If this had a house in the background for an establishing shot, this would be the most perfect shot in show history. I, for one, am glad he wore appropriately pleated pants to the swimming party. So, let me get this straight. He's here with no mask after insisting last time there was no way you could find the necklace without a mask. Oh, never mind. He's got plot device help from his ghost girlfriend. Wait, this is a dream? He's back in bed. I mean, it is a waterbed. Oh, hey, look, Horace is on the idiot box. And back in the dream, his girlfriend is making an argument for hooking up with the dead.
You're not alive, Alice.
So, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Sterling this is necromantic. Nah, I don't want to kill the vibe, but do we have time for an afterlife hookup? We gotta get Pinker at midnight. Hey, did the ring steal this? And now zombies. Because why not? It's like Wes Craven's Thriller. Football practice. Man, I really gotta take a leak. That must have been why there was a lake in my dream. Hey, how'd he get the necklace back? Oh, look, it's Timothy Leary. This chair is getting pretty handsy, but he's gonna beat it off.
Hell yeah.
No, I mean with his fists. Wait, that still sounds dirty. Hey, it's Cherry! By God, he's setting him up for the choke slam. It's okay though, because Jonathan's gonna smooth things over with this sweetheart necklace. Be my Valentine? I've heard of being really into your favorite shows, but this seems on the nose. And here goes Jonathan. He likes to dive into a really good show too. So, I just want to tell you kids, this was pretty amazing back in 1989. I mean, they're in Leave It to Beaver! And at an Alice Cooper show! I don't think this is what they meant by channel surfing. Oh, please God. Smack John Tesh! Now they're in people's living rooms. Ooh, look at that big old projector TV. That takes me back. And back to TV. Look out, Timothy Leary! If they'd ever made a sequel, Horace should have ended up in X-Files, Supernatural, and Sons of Anarchy just for the laughs. Uh-oh, Jonathan has the remote control. And they made it back to his house. Are they gonna film this killing? Are they making a snuff movie? But we're saved by the pause button? I don't think this is how the remote works. So, how are we going to resolve this? We can't leave him paused forever, right?
3 minutes to midnight, Pinker. When Rhino blows the Maryville power station, we'll see who's dog meat.
All right, the football guys. I forgot about them. And I'm sure this is very safe. Electricity, metal, rain. What could go wrong? And Horace is free. But it's too late for Horace. Welcome to prime time, bitch. Here, camera, I got this just for you. Man, my edibles really have kicked in. And there goes Horace. Maybe he'll turn up in reruns. Great, now we need a new TV.
I've been there waiting for you. I'll look over your shoulder, you little bastard. Come back in here.
Maybe use the mute button. Wait, did they warp into the opening of Star Trek? Space, the final frontier. And cue credits. Craven's apparently somewhere in this final scene outside the houses, but I've never been able to spot him. So, what have we learned from Shocker? Well, for starters, that Wes Craven couldn't quite recreate the Elm Street magic. Shocker's got its heart in the right place, but at just under 2 hours in length, it's way too long for what it is. The script is too ambitious for its own good, too. Horace Pinker could have been a contender, but the film did mediocre at the box office, despite advertising and even getting Horace Pinker to host Headbangers Ball. The film's ideas are all very Elm Street-esque, but they just don't work as well as that film. It was a good try, but Shocker was destined to be a one-and-done franchise. But enough about that. Can Horace Pinker kill enough people to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's go to the gore card. In terms of gross anatomy, Shocker is pretty light. This is not Craven's fault. As mentioned earlier, he had a monumental battle with the ratings board and had to submit this 13 different times to get an R. A lot of stuff got cut from this one, and it shows. We do get some throat slashings, some stabbings, some bit-off fingers, the lip gag, and some other odds and ends, but there's just not enough here to give Shocker anything better than a 2 barf bag rating. This one's more TV PG than TV MA. Looking for another crazy movie that involves TVs and monsters? Then be sure to check out my review of The Video Dead. You'll find a link here on the screen. I'll meet you over there. Until next time, I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, bringing you all the splatter that matters.